Hello, my beautiful YouTube friends, and Happy New Year. I hope you've been having a restful time wherever you are in the world. And I thought because this is a very reflective time of the year where we kind of set intentions, we kind of set the scene for what we're expecting going into the rest of the year, we would go over our Niyamas. In December, we went over our Yamas, which are ethical guidelines for how we turn up in our external world. Niyamas are more about how we turn up within qualities, values, and this week, we're going to be focusing on Saucha, which is cleanliness, and each week we'll go over a different one. There are 5 in total. And cleanliness doesn't necessarily just refer to having our external world clean, our belongings clean, ourselves clean, but it also refers to inner cleanliness. So engaging in practices that allow us to remove energetic blocks, energetic kind of drains, and that allows us to, feel clean and pure with non-attachment, so we can turn up in our world with nothing that's kind of dragging us down. And in this class, we're physically going to be working up into Chinstand, which is a quite advanced Asana. It requires a lot of opening through the front of the body and the throat, strength in the upper body and the core, and a little bit of opening down the back of the legs. I probably wouldn't recommend this asana if you had any issues with your wrists. And if you had 2 blocks nearby, I would also highly recommend this, but no worries if not. Inversions, which this is because the heart is above the head, are generally very cleansing in nature. It allows us to find inner clarity and kind of flip our perspective because we're literally upside down. Now, we did have a long form video of this in our Patreon account where we go over this in a lot more depth. We also go over pranayama, have a cleansing pranayama practice, breathwork practice, as well as meditation. So if this is something that you are interested in, have to check out below because we also have a lot of other videos in there as well. Okay, I reckon we get started. It's going to be a shorter flow. We're going to get straight into it. Yeah, let's bring the hands towards the ground, knees underneath the hips, find yourself in tabletop position. And we'll just take some circles on the wrists, making sure that the fingertips are wide, just circling out in kind of one direction, and then circling out in the other direction. So just warming up our wrists, giving them a little bit of love before we enter straight into this Vinyasa practice. Let's come back through center. Inhale as you drop the belly down, lift the eye gaze into your cow pose, shoulders roll back along the spine, and as you exhale, press away from the ground, draw the belly button towards the spine, maybe a little shift around as you come up as well. Just take a couple more breaths in your own time. So really feel free to slow this down. And at any point in this class today you want to do so, you can stop, you can rest. Just remind yourself that this is your practice. We don't want to force anything that our body is not ready for or our mind either. Connecting with the breath. And the breath is a really great way to help cleanse and kind of purify our movement and our mind's connection with this movement. So we're connecting with our Ujjayi pranayama, the constriction of the back of the throat that allows us to slow down our breath and create more connection with the present moment. Find your way back through center. Start to kick the right heel away. Engage through the belly, lift it up towards the spine, and then lift the heel up. Start to arch the back, look forward, and see if you can even look up a little bit more. So you're engaging or opening through the throat. Squeeze the glutes a little bit, shoulders pulled down the spine. Use your next breath in, curl the right knee into the nose. And then as you exhale, extend the right heel as high as you can as well. Shoulders pull back. 2 more times, breathing in. Curl up, press away from the ground. Exhale, kick. 1 more like this, and then we add on. This time as you exhale, we're going to bend to the knees, chin and chest towards the ground, right heel lifts high. Breathe in, press away, right knee to nose. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows bending close, chin and chest to the ground. One more time, breathing in. Press away, and then as you exhale, engage the glutes, chin and chest. Tuck the right toes down onto the ground, lift the left toes high, three-legged dog. And then start to bend the left knee, take a couple of circles with the hip. So circling the knee in one direction. Just soften the right knee a little bit, arms along. Because this is a shorter class, we are kind of moving a little bit more swiftly than we might do in a kind of a longer class. Switch directions of the circles. Keep the left shoulder down if you can, and then place the left foot towards the ground. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Soften the knees a little bit. Use your next breath in, roll yourself forward into your plank. Exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog, lowering the heels towards the ground. 2 more times, breathing in. Exhale. You really think about your hands here. Last time, breathing in, press away. This time as we exhale, knees or toes, chaturanga, come down onto your belly. Untuck the toes, squeeze the heels together, interlace the fingers behind the back, and then lift your chest. At any point, bring the hands down towards the ground for baby cobra. This is your Shalabhasana locust pose. So trying to squeeze the glutes, squeeze the palms together, and then see if you can lift your feet off the ground as well. Point your toes, make your legs as long as you can. One more breath. And then as you exhale, lower towards the ground, hands by the ribs, press yourself up onto your knees. Tabletop position, take a deep breath in, find your cow. Exhale, round the other way. Cool, let's try this on the other side. So start to kick the left heel out long, lift the chest, trying to scoop the heart forward as much as you can, and lift the eye gaze as high as you can as well, without drawing the shoulders towards the ears. Breathe in, curl the left knee to the chest. Exhale, kick the left heel away. 2 more times, breathing in. Exhale. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale, kick this time, chaturanga, chin and chest towards the ground, hips are high. Breathe in, press away, knee to nose. Exhale. Last time, breathe in. Exhale. Come up, tuck onto the left toes, sweep the right toes high, three-legged dog. Start to bend the knee and take some circles with the hip. Spreading your fingertips wide, pressing through the knuckles, pressing through the palm. Bending that left leg a little bit, then swapping directions of the circle. Nice, and placing the right foot down towards the ground. Use your next breath in, ripple forward into your plank position. Exhale, send it back up. 2 more times, breathe in. Exhale, lift the hips first and then travel the spine through. Inhale, roll forward this time. Knees or toes again, chaturanga, come back down onto the belly. Shalabhasana, locust pose, round 2, press the palms together. Draw the thumbs as far down your back of your legs as you can. Squeeze the heels together and then lift the feet. So back bends are also very cleansing, very focused on kind of opening our nadis, our energy channels, creating strength and awakening our body, our mind. So that's kind of what we're doing here as well. Hands come towards the ground, press up onto the knees, tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Okay, we come into a new flow. Breathe in, sweep the right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, roll forward, right knee to nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. Keep the right knee bent. Breathe in, high lunge. Exhale, bend the right knee a little bit more. Try tuck the tailbone under a bit here so we find length through the left hip. Back leg is long. Breathe in. Can you open your heart as high towards the sky as you can? Fingertips reach back. As you exhale, fingertips come towards the ground or towards the block as you sweep the left toes high, standing splits. Start to look forward a little bit. Keep that left hip drawing down, breathing in. And then as you exhale, curl in, tap the left toes towards the left wrist. If it doesn't touch, that's okay. One more time, breathing in, looking forward. Exhale, tap. Then plant the left heel down. Breathe in, roll up through your spine. Press the palms towards the sky, and then as you exhale, we go straight back down, Uttanasana. Tuck the chin in, breathing in to lift halfway. And then as you exhale, hands towards the ground, I'm going to step back into our plank position. You can have the knees down or lifted here, breathe in, shift the weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Stay here, breathe in, press back up, high plank. 2 more times like that. Exhale, lower half. Engage the core, inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower half. Come all the way to the belly or scoop through upward facing dog or baby cobra. Squeeze the glute, lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath in, breath out. We never want to rush our practice. Again, please feel free to slow down as we need. Breathe in, sweep the left toes high, 3-legged dog. Try to keep that left hip down a bit. Exhale, roll forward, left knee to nose. Place the left foot in between the hands. Breathe in, high lunge. Exhale, bend a little bit more. Scoop the pelvis underneath you. Keep that right leg long. Breathe in, start to open the heart towards the sky. Shoulders roll back on the body. Exhale, fingertips towards the ground. Start to shift weight forward as you lift the right toes high, standing splits. Soften that left leg a little bit. Breathe in, start to lift the chest, look forward a little bit. Option to hover the hands off the ground for a moment. Exhale, round through as you tap the right toes towards the right wrist. Last time, breathe in, look forward. Exhale to tap. Place the right foot towards the ground. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins. Shoulders roll back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. I'm already sweating. Ooh, this is very heated. Exhale, fold forward again. Uttanasana. Inhaling, halfway lift. Belly pulls up towards the spine. As you exhale, hands to the ground. You could simple hop back into your plank position. Just press into your hands quite a bit. Breathe in, shift the weight forward. Same thing as the last time. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower half. Inhale, press back up, stay in control. Exhale, lower half. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, and then as you exhale, come up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. One more time like that on each side. Breathe in, sweep the right toes high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, roll forward, right knee to nose. Right foot in between the hands. Breathe in, lift the arms. Exhale, bend a little bit more. Inhale, open back. Exhale, reach the fingertips down, shift the weight forward. Left toes lift. Inhale, start to look forward. Lift the left heel a little bit higher with keeping the left hip down. Exhale, tap. Left toes to rest. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. And then land the foot down. Uttanasana. Tuck the chin in. Breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, scoop as you reach the arms towards the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhaling, halfway lift. This time as we exhale, hands to the ground, step the right foot back and then lift the left toes towards the sky. 3-legged dog. Couple of different options here. You can roll forward into your 3-legged table, chin and chest, just like we did before. If you felt like a little bit of a challenge, roll forward kind of like a 3-legged plank, but the left foot's lifted a little bit more. Chin and chest towards the ground, hips are still lifted. And then breathe in, press up, left knee to nose. 2 more times, chin and chest, elbows in. Exhale. Inhale, press up. Exhale. This time we scoop through. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Press through the hands, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, come up and back. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Breathe in, left toe sweep high, left leg is as long as you can make it. Exhale, roll forward, left knee to nose. Set the left foot through. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, bend a little bit more. Back leg is as long as you can make it. Inhale, start to lean back. Exhale, roll forward, fingertips come down, shift the weight, right toes lift high. Breathe in, start to lift the upper body forward a bit more. Keep lifting that right heel. Exhale, curl in. Lift the belly button up, tap the foot. Inhale to lift again. Exhale, tap. Place the right foot down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Maybe baby back bend here, and then exhale, fold again. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the crown of the head forward, long spine. Exhale, hands to the ground, left foot steps back, tuck the left toes, breathe in, sweep the right toes high. Three-legged dog. Again, you can bring the left knee down or start to shift the weight forward. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, chin and chest towards the ground, keep lifting the right toes high. Press through the hands, breathe in, right toes, right knee to nose. Exhale, chin and chest. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, chin and chest. Scoop through, breathe in, press through the hands. Ooh, keep creating space through the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woohoo. Just take 2 to 3 breaths here. Cleansing our body with this breath, with this movement, opening through the front, opening through the back. Okay, we're going to move through one more sequence before we have a little bit of play. Roll yourself forward, breathe in, come into your plank, exhale, chaturanga, come down onto your belly. Untuck the toes. Shalabhasana, just like we did it before, feet together, hands reach behind the back, or maybe towards the ground. Start to lift the chest up, peeling the thumbs back down the legs, and then lift the feet as well. So you don't just want to think about up and down, you want to kind of think about forward and back as well. So reaching the toes towards the back of the mat. Take one more breath. Exhale to lower. A couple of different options. You can stay on your knees here. In fact, that's where I'd recommend you starting. So press up to tabletop and then chin and chest towards the ground. And eye gaze forward. This is the position that you might find yourself in Chinstand. You could stay here, or you can try tuck the toes, lift the hips off, and you're literally just going to stay here for one more breath. Knees come back to the ground, press yourself up to tabletop, and then round through the upper back. Cat pose, tuck the chin in. Tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back. Breathe in, sweep the right toes high. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the foot close towards the glute, and then start to open the eye gaze. Maybe in between your hands or even beyond the front of your mat. Trying to reach the foot in the direction of your head. Take one more breath. Breathe in, roll forward, right knee to nose. Exhale, set the right foot in between the hands. Place the left heel down, open to the side, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So hips and shoulders square towards the left. One more breath. Lengthen both of the legs, turn the left toes towards the back corner of the mat, Skandasana. Left knee bends, right leg is long, hips towards the left heel. And just clasp your hands into fists and then roll out the wrists. Lift the spine tall. If you need to, you can come up a little bit higher. Use your next breath and come towards the top of the mat. Plant your hands down. Option to find Kakasana. So step the left foot in. This is crow pose. Hands underneath the shoulders, elbows press back. And you rock yourself forward until kind of the backs of the knees come to the backs of the elbows. And then you could stay down, or you can try to lift the feet off the ground towards the hips. Kind of pressing away from the ground, protracting the shoulder blades apart. And you could set back through a vinyasa, or if you wanted to try a hop back, you bend the elbows by the time that your feet land at the back of the mat. pulling through, and then exhaling, downward facing dog. One breath at the back. Roll yourself forward, breathing in, tuck the chin in until the last moment. Exhale, chaturanga, come all the way down to the belly. Shalabhasana, squeeze the heels together, hands come behind. Start to lift up, rotate the shoulders back. Just one more breath in. Lift up even taller. Exhale, hands to the ground. Press yourself up to tabletop position. So maybe walk the knees in a little bit. A couple of different options, remember. Chin and chest towards the ground. You could stay here. Or you can start to tuck the toes, lift the knees off the ground. Now, if you feel any pinching through your back or your neck, please let this go and just work on the knees. Again, there's no rush, no attachment to where your body lands today. Let's all bring our knees down, press ourselves up, cat pose. Exhaling to find our way there. Press through the hands, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift the toes, the left toes. Exhale, bend to the left knee, start to look forward. Again, it's kind of like your foot's trying to reach towards your head. Draw the shoulders up, away from the ears. Breathe in, roll forward, left knee to nose. Exhale, step the left heel down, place the right heel down, warrior two. Square the hips and shoulders towards the right. Arms are reaching long. Breathe in as you start to lengthen both legs. Turn the right toes to the back corner of the mat. Exhale, skandasana. Left toes are reaching towards the sky. It's okay if the right heel's off the ground. Clasp your hands into fists, roll out the wrists just for a moment. And then walk yourself forward. Option to find kakasana, again the side, so step your right foot forward. Place the hands down. Elbows bend back and then shift the weight forward. Keep the collarbones really broad. Taking a breath in here and then either stepping back or hopping back through your chaturanga. Breathing in to open. This time exhaling, bringing these down, either sitting back into Vajrasana in kneeling position or coming into child's pose. Slow down the breaths a little bit. Taking this moment of pause just to check in with our body, with our breath. Making sure we're not rushing ourselves. Maybe tapping into that energy that these back bends, this strength work is bringing into your body, into your mind, into your breath. And then when you're ready, just start to open the eyes. We're going to have a little play with our chin stand. Okay, this is going to be pretty brief. Again, we've got a longer version of this class on our Patreon account where we have a lot more time to practice with this pose. So I'd recommend, if you wanted to deepen this asana, to go have a check out of that. So I'm going to demonstrate without the blocks first, okay, in terms of ways that you can lead up to full chin stand. Again, a great place to start is kind of chin and chest towards the ground, looking forward and then lifting up. You could stay here, or just like we did before, you kind of lift the knees off the ground and kind of from here, you can maybe kind of lift one toe up. And so if you don't have blocks, that's probably where I'd recommend that you land today. And stay in each variation for a couple of breaths because it is quite challenging. A lot of strength in the back body, kind of a lot of pressure on the neck and the hands. If you did have blocks nearby, I would highly, highly recommend you use them. And you can start with the blocks on kind of the mid-level or the lower level, up to you. Hands come behind the blocks, and you want to make sure the blocks are shoulder width distance because you're going to bring the shoulders down onto the blocks. And then you're going to lift the hips again, and that's just going to take a lot of pressure off the neck. And then you might lift one toe, and then you could stay there if you felt ready to go into it in a little bit more depth. You could start shifting the weight forward, take a little hop into reaching both of the feet together. I actually find this easier doing this on the lower setting of the blocks. Otherwise I feel a little bit unbalanced. But you just have a practice of kind of what feels good for you. Yeah, there we go. Kind of what's helpful is kind of tucking the elbows in, almost like they're digging into your rib cage a little bit. And something that can be helpful is bringing a strap around the top of the arms as well. Just have one last play. You can also do this near a wall, and that might be helpful. Eventually you might be able to get kind of down onto the ground that same position without the blocks, and then lifting up. Honestly, it's a pose that I'm still trying to work on. It's definitely challenging, that's for sure, but we do like a challenge around here. Okay, we are going to slow things down now. Just a couple of asanas before Shavasana. Come down into a seat, and either finding our Sukhasana, cross-legged position, or our Agni Stambhasana, our fire log pose. Now your left foot might come up onto the shin, or you might be able to bring it to kind of the bottom of the thigh, and you want to bring the shins parallel towards each other. If the left knee isn't quite down to the ground, it's quite nice to bring a block underneath the left knee for support. And you could stay lifted, or you can shift the weight forward a little bit. And just slow down the breath. Noticing how much space you might have just created in the body, and how deep you can breathe here. Might feel a little bit easier than when we first begun our practice together. Let's take one more breath. And then starting to walk yourself back. We're going to twist open towards the left. So breathing in, trying to lift up tall. And then as you exhale, just taking a subtle twist towards the left. Right hand might come around kind of the top of the right shin. Another option, if you're feeling quite open, is bringing the left hand towards the right hip. You could even adjust your right foot down towards your right hip crease, so finding a more of an Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, and then the left hand might come around the right toes. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's come back through center, and then we will swap it out to the other side. So right foot, again, might be down on the ground, might be up on the shin, might be up on the thigh. Just walk your left foot out a little bit. Flex the toes, Agni Stambhasana, so shins are parallel. Again, you can put a block underneath the right knee if you need. Breathe in. Exhale. And our practice of yoga is one of the practices, again, that can cleanse not just asana, but pranayama as well, and meditation, just kind of allowing space to let go of detachment, let go of energetic blockages, kind of moving energy through so that our nadis, our energy channels are clean and we can turn up into the rest of the day with kind of fresh eyes. Start to walk yourself back. Breathe in, lift tall. Exhale, twist towards the right. One more breath. And coming back through center, we are going to head down onto our back for Shavasana. But if there are any other asanas, anything that you'd like to do before we head there, I encourage it. But it's just going to be pretty short. Just a moment of pause, a moment of stillness before we head out into the rest of the day. And so find a position that allows you to rest in. Allows you to soften the body. Connect your mind with your breath, noticing the sound, noticing where it lands in the body. Let's take about 3 more of the deepest breaths that you've taken today. Filling up the belly, the ribs and the chest. And then as you exhale, maybe making a sigh out of the mouth. Breathing in. Breathing out. Letting go. One more breath in your own time, and just letting this breath be a way to release energy. Let that energy move through, cleanse it through your body. And just very slowly we'll make our way up into a seat. Landing with our eyes closed. Lifting tall and maybe keeping the hands in the lap. Maybe the hands through the heart. Setting an intention for the rest of your day. And I thank you so much for practicing with me today. It was warm, it was heated, it was opening, it was cleansing. if you loved it and you wanted to see more, again, just check out our Patreon account where we have a longer flow with pranayama and meditation as well. So it's a great place if you wanted to deepen not only your asana practice, but also kind of the more energetic part of yoga as well. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bow our heads in honor of this practice of yoga. And from me to you, namaste. Thank you, everyone. It was such a pleasure. First practice of the new year. I would love to know how you found it. It's definitely a pretty challenging asana to practice with, but I think that with small steps, you can make your way into this pose. It's a journey, it's not a destination. Anyway, leave a comment, share it with a friend. I would love to know how you found it. See you next time.